Hey guys, welcome back. So today what we're doing is we're looking at the new Transcendent plant in Grower Garden, which is the Maple Resin, which has come out in the new fall market update. We're basically going to see how much we can make out of these, and basically we're going to see if it's the best Transcendent plant in Grow a Garden. So let's get straight into it. Like I said, so in the shop it is Transcendent. So it's not prismatic, it's Transcendent, because obviously if you go to here, the highest thing you could get out of here is prismatic. So these are the new Transcendent, like the Bone Blossom, the new best seed. So what we got out, we've got our Praying Mantis, which is obviously is doing this in the wrong place. So he can basically, we'll run you through everyone quickly. He could turn things gold. I think, yeah, gold and rainbow, I believe he could do if he does it close enough, which obviously is harder because he needs to be over there. My little peach wasp, he can put a plasma mutation on. We've obviously got the brain rot lion, which obviously he's great because he just chucks the brain rot mutation on. Mimic octopus, obviously for obvious reasons, he can mimic stuff. And of course the golden goose always is here. He basically just given me the eggs and I can see if I can get the fortune mutation on any of them. So I do have a few eggs, so let's see if we could sell them. Nothing this time around, that's fine. Basically I haven't grown these big yet, just because I wanted to see how much we'd get out of them when we haven't used any sprinklers on, and then once they've all fully grown and we've harvested the first lot, we are then going to put sprinklers down to make this, of course, better. So along with the pets, what I have done is we've got a lightning rod down in the middle. Of course, if a lightning storm comes, we've got this pancake stack, which basically lures over the pets. So for things like this dude, which again isn't doing it in the right spot, things like this dude, he should go over there every, I think it's like every 30 seconds or something. I can't remember. So he should be drawn more that way. And this, so this is the new fall waterfall basically, which you could get in the shops over there. So basically what this does is it gives you the full mutations on your things without having to reset the shop. If you reset the shop, you get full mutations. If you're on your private server, use this, and then like I said, you'll get the full mutation on it as well. I forgot about the squirrel. No, this guy I think is bloody hilarious. He's so cool. Look at the way he moves. And then when he stops, ready? So what he does, or she does, as it's called Suki, this is one of the new divine pets that you can actually buy in the shops over at the little market over there. So this has a 15% chance to apply the void touch mutation. Obviously there's only a 15% chance, but there is a 15% chance, so fingers crossed we get that one as well. Okay, so basically, obviously, like I said, they're quite small at the moment. That's what we were going to do just to see what you'd get from a normal harvest. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest all of these. They've got some mutations on it, like brain rot, moonlit, fall, of course. I think that's about it. I think I saw one that said bloodlit, or was I just going mad? I think I was just going mad. So I'm going to harvest all of these, and obviously I am going to chuck all the sprinklers down in the hopes that they grow in absolutely huge. So for those of you who don't know about the sprinkler method, basically just get one of each different type. Basically chuck it down where you want it. You can log off for half an hour, because I'm doing a video I'm not going to, but you can log off for like half an hour or an hour. Basically come back on. If they've not got the mutations you want, like gold or rainbow, you can harvest them, log off again, and then you can keep doing that and repeating that until you get the mutations you want. Basically when you log off, I think there's 5 minutes they last. The 5-minute timer is null and void. They carry on. So yeah, it's a good way if you want to get the rainbow and the gold mutations on it and things like that. Okay, I've just gone through and favorited things like the golden eggs that I've got. So obviously we want this total to basically be based off what we get from this tree. We don't want anything else included on that. So I have favorited, like they see down below, the other fruits. So I want to sell. So this is just from a basic, no sprinklers or anything. That's not a bad starting point. We'll take that. So that's basically from them not being huge like this. It's just basically them being small. As you can tell, I've obviously done all the sprinklers and everything, so we're just waiting for them all to grow. But that was just from them, just an ordinary harvest with a few mutations on. Now we've got this. We'll see what the next lot is worth. So we've got plasma on this one so far, which obviously looks really cool. It's only a 5 times multiplier, but hey, it's a 5 times multiplier. This is the only one I can see growing at the moment. The others don't look like they're growing at all. So as you can see, they are growing absolutely huge. I've put a magnifying glass just on this one, which is already 6 billion, which is more than the whole harvest combined last time, which is insane. So like I said, we're just going to keep harvesting and harvesting and harvesting, keep growing them big, keep getting the mutations on them, and we're going to see if we can basically get to 1 trillion. I have an idea. So the praying mantis it seems to be avoiding my plants because, you know, why would it go there? But I've just bought this pet lead and it follows you for 10 seconds. So I'm hoping I can put it on him just before his timer's about to go off, walk him over there and hope he stays and does it. So let's try it now. Come on, that's it. Just here. Well, that's a circle. I don't think he's managed it. I don't know. Have you done anything? I don't think so. No. Well, it was a good plan. His circle's just not very big. I kind of needed him to be in the middle of it. But hey, it works. He uses it. It's just a lot of money. So, well, that failed. But hey, it's a good one for you guys to try out. In a garden with more fruits and stuff, obviously he's going to be so much better. If you just plant loads and loads of prismatic or whatever plants you want to plant, you've got obviously more high chance of him doing something. In my other garden, it will go nuts. But obviously in this, because we've only got 3 of these, trying to get it on them is obviously very difficult. But obviously the plan of the video is these trees, nothing else. Like I said, we're trying to make as much money as we can. So obviously I'm not going to sit around and wait for all the mutations of the world to get on these. So I'm going to, again, harvest them all, sell them, put the sprinklers back down again, and obviously our goal now is to get to 1 trillion. Obviously having these pets down obviously give me a hand with trying to make a lot of money out of them. So we got 10 from that. So again, I want to sell my inventory, so let's see how much it is this time. Not bad. We're definitely on the way to getting to 1 trillion. Like I said, I've got the sprinklers down again, so we'll see what mutations we get this time. Hopefully we'll get some rainbows and some golds, fingers crossed. Obviously, if you get some small ones and the sprinklers are still on, like I said, just harvest them, because otherwise it's still good, but obviously you want bigger the better the weight. So again, this one's small, so I'm going to harvest it. The sprinklers will hopefully then do this to it, so fingers crossed that works. I'm also going to collect this and just take this over. Like I said, the golden eggs and everything don't count towards our total, so I'm just going to sell it separately and hope to get the fortune mutation, which we didn't. But obviously anything else that I sell, which obviously is all I can get otherwise, is the golden eggs, I'm not counting towards our total, because, you know, it's all about the maple resins today. By the looks of it, we have a massive one growing. Not that one? Or is it that one? Or 2 massive ones growing. There's something going on up there. The other thing are going to be our biggest ones yet, so we'll see how much they weigh when we get them down. I thought this one was great. These ones are obviously better. Oh my god, we have got void touched on one of our plants that is growing here. Once it's grown a little bit more, I'm going to go get a magnifying glass and see how much. But obviously, like I said, the void touched is 135. Oh, and they put plasma on it as well. I think, yeah, hold on. He's only got obviously a 17% chance to put it on, and he has managed it on a massive one. So once it is fully grown, I will get a magnifying glass and we'll put it on and see how much it is at. So this maple resin seems to be getting all the love, because everything else has only got like 1 mutation on it pretty much. I think there's one with nothing on it. It's a decent size one, but it's got brain rot, it's got fall, it's got plasma, and of course it got the void touch. So I have gone and bought the magnifying glass, and we're going to see what rough estimate it's got at the moment. Obviously this is going to be very exciting to see, because it's got so many amazing mutations on it. So fingers crossed. Oh my god. Obviously our last one that we magnifying glass was 6 mil, I believe. So obviously this one is a lot less, but it's still got the decent mutations on. I'm guessing the last one as well was just bigger than this one. That's why obviously it cost a little bit more. I can't remember. To me they look the same-ish size, but I should have been looking at the weight of them. But hey ho, nonetheless, that is a good start to this, considering up here this was huge and it's yet to get a mutation. And same as these are massive. are still yet to get mutations. We've got a couple on them, so should we magnify this one as well? Why not? Where's it gone? Have I gone blind? There it is. Okay, so yeah, get that, a few more mutations. That is going to do really, really well. Hopefully we'll get a few more. Obviously I'm not going to wait forever to get them all. Hopefully that'll get some more, and of course we're going to harvest some more and grow some more. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this lot. It didn't obviously get all the mutations of the world. Like I said, we're not going to wait for them all. We just want to try and get to 1 trillion. I've also just had another thought. So I'm going to get rid of our little praying mantis for now. And I'm going to get this guy out. So when I harvest these, this raptor has the chance to basically put an amber mutation on after collecting. Obviously rarer plants have lesser chance to mutate. So obviously this is transcendent. So it might be very difficult. But if he manages it, it is a 10 times multiplier. So obviously you never know. We might get something. So fingers crossed. So we managed to get it on one of them. I don't know which one it was though. So let's have a look. Amber. Ha ha ha! Of course. We get it on the tiny one. We don't want that. We don't want that. We get it on the tiny one. That's fine. At least it's something, I suppose. At least we got it. So the raptor did work out in the end. Oh, okay. I just need to go through and work out what not to sell. Okay, I favorited all the eggs. We don't want them in the price. I want to sell my inventory. There we go. We're working up the ranks. We're getting there. I missed a couple. They were tiny, tiny ones at the top, so we're just going to add these two on as well. Lovely, thank you. So we're currently standing at 11 billion. Obviously, we've got some more growing. We've got a gold one, which obviously this is just the base price with full on it. We've got a silver, and I think there's a tiny gold one up there. And there's a silver one with a few mutations on there. So hopefully this lot, fingers crossed, with a few more mutations and things, might be more than the last two. We'll see. It's that time again, we're ready to harvest. Again, they've got quite a few mutations. We've got the gold one, which got cyclonic, which is, I think that's how I pronounce it. I'm probably wrong. But I put my griffin down, which you cannot see because it annoyingly got the tiny mutation, so he's somewhere. But that hit that, which was amazing. And this one has got a ton as well, so hopefully this should be a really good harvest. On the next harvest, I completely forgot about this. We've got a maple sprinkler. Why didn't I think about this earlier? So what this does, it increases the growth speed, it increases the mutation chances and the size of full plants. Just the full plants, which this is. So why the hell I didn't think of this? So we're going to use that in conjunction with everything else and see how massive we can grow things. Okay, again, I favorited everything that I don't want to sell. Double check it. See, yeah, there's no eggs. I got rid of them all. I want to sell my inventory. Let's see how much this one comes to. Oh my god, I think that's our biggest yet. I think our other one was 6 billion. So this is insane. Hopefully now with the new sprinklers, the next one's going to be even more insane. So as you can tell, using that sprinkler has done bits. I think most of them are silver. I think there's a couple that aren't, that's not. And I think there's another one in there that's not. They're massive, especially some of them, like this one. That's huge. Obviously it's got some of the mutations on it already. And then we've got this one which has got a ton of mutations on. So it's definitely the way to go, but I feel like if you don't have it, it isn't the end of the world, because obviously I'm guessing it may come back in like Traveller's Merchants like shops, but if it doesn't, I feel like it's not going to be that bad. As long as you have like the Grandmaster and everything else, you can still get decent size. It just seemed to give me a lot more silver mutations and things like that. Shame we haven't got a rainbow yet, but we still have time. We still got to get to 1 trillion. So we will keep going and we will hopefully eventually get at least one rainbow mutation on this maple resin. Okay, it's that time again. So we've got a few good priced plants, but we need to get to 1 trillion as quickly as we can. So I can't wait forever. So again, I'll harvest and I'll see you over at the selling shop. Okay, back once again. Are we going to be more than the last harvest? The last harvest was 25 billion. Could we beat it? 31 billion. So yeah, it can. The sprinkler, like I said, does help, definitely. However, if you've not got it, I don't think it's a big issue. We're going to do a quicker harvest this time, because I feel like this lot isn't as good as the last lot. They're big, but they're not as big as the last two ones. So I thought, let's just restart, because why not? So I'm going to chuck some more sprinklers down, get over to the shop, and I will let you know how much we make out of this lot. Okay, again, I have nothing else in my inventory to sell except for these. I want to sell my inventory. How much we get this time? 10. That's not bad. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be as good as the last time because these just didn't look as big. I should have probably harvested them when they were growing. Like this one, I'm definitely probably going to harvest because it looks quite small. But yeah, hopefully this next lot will be better. And rainbow, fingers crossed. We're at 78 billion right now, and we've got a gold one here, a gold one there, and a gold one here? Or is that the same one? Can't really tell, but we might have 2 or 3 gold ones growing, which is good. Been selling the eggs in the middle, so obviously, like I said, not counting them, but I haven't got the fortune mutation yet. I'm guessing on plants like this and less plants in your garden, it's rarer to get it, but you never know, we might get it by the end. Hopefully. Okay, we're going to harvest another lot. I've put some mutations on a couple because, you know, why not? I have them, so I thought I'd just do it to speed up the process a little bit. Let's not put it up by masses, but we may as well. We are back once again. Okay, let's do this. More than 10? 42. Okay, that's better. That's better. We've made it to 120 billion so far, so we're not doing bad at all. Okay, this is going to be our last harvest. So after this, we're going to see how much we made in total. Okay, let's see how much we made from that lot. Not bad. Made 128 billion, which isn't awful. So I do think the new Maple Resin, from what I've seen and what I've just experienced, is definitely one of the best plants that you can get in the game right now. You could definitely make a lot of money using this seed, definitely get to a trillion quite easily, obviously if you have the right pets that give them mutations, grow size, etc, etc. Because I'm quite a fresh player, I haven't got that at the moment, but you can see how easy it was for me to make a decent amount. So let me know what you think about the new seed down below in the comments. How much have you made from them? Have you made one that is a trillion? I have seen someone do that. Always like and subscribe, it helps out the channel, and I will see you next time. Peace.